From the Hill, Carville. Harris campaign's unfathomable spending hurt Democrats. I guess it turns out that when a bunch of millionaires give you $1 billion, they're actually really, really concerned with where that money went. They're actually really concerned with whether or not you managed those funds, I don't know, responsibly. Turns out she didn't. She was giving money to people that were going to, number one, to give Al Sharpton $500,000 is ridiculous. He's never going to do a hit piece on you. He's going to give you every softball interview you want. Why would you give him $500,000? Look, this is what I wanted because it's not going away. Veteran Democratic strategist James Carville was critical of Vice President Harris's campaign this week, saying, quote, unfathomable, close quote, spending could hurt the Democratic brand and lead to regular audits. Now, why do you think James Carville is concerned about the Democrat Party getting regular audits? Which kind of begs the question, you guys didn't get audited? You just get all that money and do whatever you want with it, and there's no accountability whatsoever? This is going to lead to regular audits. That means that they're not getting regular audits. James, what are you talking about? You mean to tell me that when you give that money, there is absolutely no accountability? This is unbelievable. You need to be audited. Quote, the resistance is going to have trouble raising money. These fundraisers are burnt, Carville said during a Thanksgiving Day episode of Politics War Room. Quote, they're really pissed now. I guess that was a lot of money. I mean, you weren't given to, Little League. This was like major. They're really pissed now. And the damage that the 2024 campaign has done, that the damage that this decade has done to the Democratic brand is almost unfathomable, Now, notice what he says. It's not just 2024. It's the past decade. Started with Hillary. Hey, now they're gonna blame Kamala, and she needs to be. There's a lot of this that should rest on her, but there's a whole bunch of blame to go around. Why is James Carville mad that he's going to get regular audits? Is it me? Am I reading too much into that? Like, aren't you guys getting audited? Like, this is unbelievable. Carville's moments come as Harris's campaign spending has come under scrutiny in the aftermath of her law. See, had she won, hey, who cares? Money well spent. We won. But not only did she lose, she lost spectacularly. She was a horrible candidate. Everyone was telling them, you don't have anyone else? And then you're going to give her $1 billion, which, by the way, all of that money. And by the way, as far as I'm concerned, hey, you gave her the money. You just got to eat it. You saw her. You knew she couldn't speak. You knew about the cackling. You knew she wasn't presidential. Why in the world did you give money to her anyway? That would be my question. Now you're mad? You're going to audit the Democratic Party, which is going to be awesome. Because I guarantee you, there's a ton of shenanigans going on. Carville's comments come as Harris's campaign spending has come under scrutiny in the aftermath of her loss for President-elect Donald Trump. The campaign raised nearly $1.5 million. Harris told donors that the Democratic National Committee finance directors during a call Tuesday. Oh, so she had to tell them all. She had to tell them all in a meeting. Despite the fundraising, reports have emerged that the campaign has a debt of $20 million, claims that have been denied. So she's saying that we're not in debt. The DNC is set to hold its leadership election in February, less than 2 weeks after Trump is inaugurated. I'm sorry, let me read that again. The DNC is set to hold its leadership elections in February, less than 2 weeks after Trump is inaugurated. During the recent podcast, Carville noted that people had asked him to throw his hat into the ring, though he suggested a bid wasn't on his to-do list. He doesn't want to be in politics. He just likes being in politics. He doesn't want to be a politician. James Carville knows. He doesn't want to run for office. He wants to be the mover and the shaker behind the scenes. That's why he was telling you what he would do with all of those so-called millennials or whatever, those young people that were telling him, well, we don't want you to go on Joe Rogan. We don't want you to go on Fox News. It's like one donor said, you should have been living on Fox News. You should have been there every single week. You should have been on every single show they had. But she couldn't do that. Hey, you get the good, the bad. Yeah, you're right. That's where she was supposed to be. But there's a lot of questions that would come up, and she doesn't have any answers for them. So I'm telling you guys that this ain't going away, and I think it's awesome. Because I told you guys, I didn't just want her to lose. I wanted her loss to be humiliating. And it had to be now everything is going to change because of her loss, her spectacular loss. Once all of this settles, because it still hasn't settled, she's not going to be, I hope she socked away some money for herself. Maybe she can, write a book or something about, how not to run a campaign. Or I tell you what she could do, what she won't do, what she could do, come clean. Tell the world you like Marxist policies. Just tell the world. Now that book will sell. Tell them why. Tell the American people why you left the border open. It could be a tell-all book. If she did that, that book would sell millions. But she won't. Because she's corrupt. All she cared about was power. And she knew she was never in the lead. All right, I've gone way too long on this. I got my wish. Christmas came early for me. She has been roundly humiliated by her campaign. And this billion, that is not going away. All right, that's it for now. Hey, if you like this video, smash that like button and subscribe. And if you're following me on Rumble, please press that follow button. And until the next time, God bless.